Scott Arias, Ace Consulting. I'm calling you from my office in Nicholasville, Kentucky. The reason I'm going live today is I want to talk to you about this. Part of the EOS model. I want to talk to you about the top part right there, the vision and mission, and why that's important. Most people will not think about the importance of having a vision and a mission, but take my company, for example. We have 72 people that stretch all the way from Germany to Guam. We have to have a central belief or central mission, a central vision that I want people to embrace. So there's a lot of different theories out there related to vision and mission. And based on what I've seen and the coaching I've been given, is a mission is what you do. And so our mission as Ace Consulting is using our Christian values, because we're a Christian-based company, using our Christian values, we make project administration and management easy. And that's what we hope to do with our clients. We want to make the administration aspect, the Division I aspect of construction easy for our clients. And then we want to actually have the management, whether that's providing you a superintendent, a site safety and health officer, and quality control manager. We want to make it easy for you. That doesn't mean that we're just going to, not make you do what you need to do. We of course want you to, provide good quality, provide good safety. We want to do our jobs effectively, push productivity, those type of things. But from our client's perspective, we want to show that we can make project administration management easy. So that's our mission. That's what we do as a company. On the other side of it, and more importantly, is why we do it. So why would we do business every day? Why do I get up and come to work every day? Obviously, there is a monetary aspect of it, but it cannot just be based on money, especially when you consider the generation that's coming up currently, the generation in their 20 to 30s now. That generation is more altruistic, meaning that they want to be part of something bigger than themselves. And using that as a model, when I thought about the vision for the company, why I do it, we came up with a vision of, and a vision for Ace Consulting is, we're in the business of building the kingdom. Now, what does that mean, really? And there's three parts of it, right? First of all, you have business. In order for us to be successful in building the kingdom, we have to have a successful business model. So step number one, or first part of our vision, is we have to have a successful business model, right? So we have to do things the right way. We got to keep our promises. We got to act with integrity. We got to do things in an expedient manner. That's step number one. So that's part number one, excuse me. So part number two is building. That's what we do. We participate in building. We're in the construction industry. That's what we do, right? Our intention is to build something. And the last thing is the kingdom. Now, the kingdom to me is obviously the kingdom of God. So we're in the business of building the kingdom of God, essentially. Now, some people will question me on that and said, I'm not a Christian. How can you have non-Christian people working in your organization with a vision like that? And it's really simple. We're in the business of building. They believe that we have to have a successful business model. They believe, they obviously understand that we're in the construction business, the building piece of it. Now, as far as the kingdom goes, I mean, you can modify that and simply say, hey, my intent as the president of Ace Consulting is that, we help build God's kingdom here on earth. But what does that mean? That means helping others. That means doing the right thing. That means acting with integrity. It means doing those things that a lot of people have a tendency to not want to do, not be selfish, not be self-centered. So, we're really in the business of helping people for different reasons. I'm in the business of helping people because God helped me. And to tell you my personal story is, my relationship with God, I always had some type of relationship with God. I grew up in kind of the Catholic Church. I was an altar boy, and then when I came to being confirmed, I got to that step, and that's in the Catholic religion. Being confirmed basically says it's. I relate it to the Protestant religion where you're baptized. In the Catholic religion, obviously you're baptized as a baby, but that's when you make your decision that you want to be a Christ follower. Well, I got to that point and I wasn't sure. And rather than moving forward, even though I had been involved in the church pretty heavily, I just decided, you know what, it's time that, maybe I take a step back and think about it. So I did that. I joined the Navy, and Navy's a great organization, but it's not exactly the kind of organization you want to be part of if you want to be a Christ follower in some aspects, right? So it was tough. I always tell people, my language was developed from being a construction worker and being in the Navy. So obviously we could have a foul mouth, and there's a lot of different aspects of being in the Navy that was not conducive to having a good spiritual growth, but not everywhere. Obviously that was just my own experience. So, but through my time in the service, after I was involved in a motorcycle accident, lost my lower left leg. Through that trials and tribulations of returning back to active duty, going through drug addiction and all those things, I came to a point where, and I don't know how else to say this without just saying it. I came to a point where suicide was a viable option. And I felt, and I believe that God was the person that helped me turn that corner. I felt that he spoke to me in my heart, and that's what changed my life. So I'm sitting here today because of God's grace, because the fact that Jesus Christ, gave himself for my sins. And because of that, I have lived every day since that point trying to help people, trying to live in a spot where, you can give to others. And I do it for the reason that, hey, I want to give to others because God gave to me. If you're not a Christ follower, and we do have non-Christ followers within our company, they believe in helping others because it's the right thing to do, and you help enough other people get what they want, you'll get what you want. So that kind of goes to the vision and the mission of ACE Consulting. You can see it's about the why and the what. What we do is our mission. Why we do it is our vision statement, and it's very important that you identify this for your people because it conveys a message to people. This is what we're all about. Every meeting we have, we start that out with our vision statement. We talk about our vision and mission statement. And how does that apply to what we're doing today? How are we acting? You know what? If we're not acting with integrity and honor, how are we, why we're not acting within our values or our vision or our mission statement? So it is a guiding light to you. Your vision statement can be a lot of different things. Some people's vision statement is very specific to their industry. And I brought this up last time, but I'll bring it up again. Disney has a really simple vision statement, is to make people happy. So whatever they do, as long as they're going to make people happy, they're going to go down that road. If they're going to do something that doesn't make people happy, obviously it's not what they want to do. So keep that in mind when you identify your vision and your mission, because those are essential to having an entrepreneurial operating system. And that's the model that we talked about last time. That's that model right there where you have, 6 different pieces. And the number one piece is obviously the first piece you have to flesh out is what that vision and mission is. That vision and mission is shaped. It could be like as an individual, like it was at ACE, or it can be shaped by a group of people. If it's more like a publicly owned company or something like that. So any questions about that, or if you have questions about EOS, I'm going to try to go through EOS a little bit more. We're going to talk about people and data and issues and processes and traction. We're going to talk about that. We're talking about how you can, make your organization better and more effective, and using that vision and mission to kind of guide you. And that's all I have for today. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me, and I'll get back with you. I am going to plug my podcast. We're going to be launching a podcast here pretty soon. Next time I do a Facebook Live, I'm going to announce what our podcast is going to be, and we're going to have some industry heads being interviewed as part of the podcast. It's going to be construction specific, and it's going to be slanted towards more the construction executives, the construction leaders, and it's kind of going to be slanted to that. So I'll get you more details, and that's next Facebook Live. Until then, be safe.